Lancelot, or the Knight of the Cart, by Chrétien de Troyes. Translated by William Wister Comfort. Verses 1 through 538. Since my Lady of Champagne wishes me to undertake to write a romance, I shall very gladly do so, being so devoted to her service as to do anything in the world for her, without any intention of flattery. But if one were to introduce any flattery upon such occasion, he might say, and I would subscribe to it, that this lady surpasses all others who are alive, just as the south wind which blows in May or April is more lovely than any other wind. But upon my word, I am not one to wish to flatter my lady. I will simply say, the Countess is worth as many queens as a gem is worth of pearls and sards. Nay, I shall make no comparison. And yet it is true in spite of me. I will say, however, that her command has more to do with this work than any thought or pains that I may expend upon it. Here Chrétien begins his book about the Knight of the Cart. The material and the treatment of it are given and furnished to him by the Countess, and he is simply trying to carry out her concern and intention. Here he begins the story. Upon a certain Ascension Day, King Arthur had come from Caerleon, and had a very magnificent court at Camelot, as was fitting on such a day. After the feast, the king did not quit his noble companions, of whom there were many in the hall. The queen was present too, and with her many a courteous lady able to converse in French, and Kay, who had furnished the meal, was eating with the others who had served the food. While Kay was sitting there at meat, behold, there came to court a knight, well equipped and fully armed, and thus the knight appeared before the king as he sat amongst his lords. He gave him no greeting, but spoke out thus: King Arthur, I hold in captivity knights, ladies, and damsels who belong to thy dominion and household, but it is not because of any intention to restore them to thee that I make reference to them here. Rather do I wish to proclaim and serve thee notice that thou hast not the strength or the resources to enable thee to secure them again, and be assured that thou shalt die before thou canst ever succour them. The king replies that he must needs endure what he has not the power to change. Nevertheless, he is filled with grief. Then the knight makes as if to go away, and turns about, without tarrying longer before the king. But after reaching the door of the hall, he does not go down the stairs, but stops and speaks from there these words: King, if in thy court there is a single knight in whom thou hast such confidence that thou wouldst dare to entrust to him the queen, that he might escort her after me out into the woods whither I am going, I will promise to await him there, and will surrender to thee all the prisoners whom I hold in exile in my country, if he is able to defend the queen, and
Sample complete. Ready to continue?